Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association, saluting Earth Day on April 22nd with an ongoing commitment to help offset carbon emissions with sustainable harvesting of Missouri forests. Details at choosewood.com.
Welcome to St. Louis on the Air. I'm Sarah Fensky. A new St. Louis-based Facebook group has become the ultimate guide to keeping it local in this brave new world. It's called 314 Together. It launched on March 12th, and it grew incredibly quickly. It now has nearly 9,000 followers, a small army ready to mobilize to support local businesses. And here today to tell us about it is Christina Weaver. She's a founder of Route, an ethical clothing company, and one of the people who helped to found 314 Together. Christina, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We're also joined by Jordan Bauer. He's the founder of Hello Juice and Smoothie and also the man behind the Instagram account, St. Louis Graham, as well as a part of 314 Together. Jordan, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
So this all goes back to March 12th. That's before many of us had any idea what was about to happen to small businesses. Restaurants weren't closed yet. Christina, what made you guys realize we need this page to support small businesses?
So, I am a part of a business called The Women's Creative. So I'm a co-creator with Megan Rohal and Meg Schmidt, and we work with hundreds of local women-owned businesses in St. Louis. And so when this all started happening, it started looking very scary very quickly for women that we work very closely with. And we were the first, we just heard immediately what was going on in everyone's fear and wanted to kind of get together to create hopefully at least a conversation so that solutions and the way the business is changing and how customers can access business had a platform.
What have been some of the calls to action from this group that you've seen draw a really big response?
So it's changing all the time. Every business or group of businesses has something else that they are sharing and doing. And so at first it was a lot of please go buy gift cards from everyone. And then it was come pick up your favorite restaurant's food from, carry out, takeout. Lots of businesses that were not selling online are now selling online. We're seeing some virtual events happening. We're seeing all kinds of things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
It's been really exciting to see people just run with ideas. Like yesterday, I saw someone suggested businesses should share their Instagrams. And within hours, there were 150 different options that you could go follow. Jordan, are you surprised by just how into it the followers of this page are?
Yeah, it's been nuts to see. I'm a big Malcolm Gladwell fan, and so I feel like there's this tipping point. There's this golden window in culture a lot of times, and I feel like we struck a really, really cool chord in St. Louis at just the right time. There's a lot of fear and anxiety, and no one knew what was happening, and everything was changing by the minute, and everyone needed some sort of centralized hub of communication. Mm-hmm. And it naturally became that. It evolved into this, like you said, an army, which is pretty cool. This hub of businesses and people wanting to support those businesses to just basically learn from one another and see how to adapt in this culture.
Have you had to put restrictions on what people can post?
A couple times we've had to come in and moderate some discussions, as everyone kind of knows. Facebook can get kind of yucky sometimes.
Oh,
yeah. But no, it's actually been super encouraging to see how everyone's just kind of banded together in this time. The amount of trolls have been very minimal.
I was going to say, if you guys have trolls, you're doing a great job of zapping them because it just doesn't have that feeling. It just feels so supportive and so positive.
Yeah. And that's all natural.
Christina, I know that you're hoping to make this part of a larger movement called the Together movement. What's that?
So it is exactly what we have done in St. Louis, but happening also in other cities. So as soon as this, and you had mentioned it, this blew up really fast. We had so many people following and talking about it just within the first 48 hours. And so people from other cities reached out to us and said, we want to do this in our community. And so we assisted them with that, we Jordan was kind enough to make graphics, and then the Women's Creatives, put together a plan for exactly how we did it, and we kind of gifted that to those communities. And so we are bringing all of those different hashtag movements together under one website called thetogethermovement.com. And I don't know where it will go or what it will do, but right now what's happening is that people from different cities are kind of watching what everyone else is doing, and some of these ideas are bleeding into other communities that maybe haven't had them yet, and vice versa.
That's great. So this movement is spreading. This is going to be a nationwide thing.
We're just chasing it at this point. I think we're
in a lot of ways, we're here for the ride.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
So last question here. We just have about 30 seconds. What's the number one way that we can help small businesses right now? Jordan, what would you recommend?
I would recommend showing zero judgment, showing them all the grace, because they're all trying to make decisions, and to stay afloat, and then do your best to continue to support the places you've always supported. Like, don't stop that now.
And Christina, any last thoughts on that, of how we can support local businesses in this time?
Yeah, I mean, we are encouraging people to look around in their neighborhood. Who are your neighbors? What businesses are close? What do you want to see survive? And get to know them. Follow them on social media, support them financially, and kind of understand what they need, and then get behind them.
Christina Weaver, I want to thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
And Jordan Bauer, thank you for being here.
Yeah, for sure. Glad I can be.
That Facebook group is #314Together. Highly recommend giving it a follow. This is St. Louis on the Air on St. Louis Public Radio, 90.7 KWMU.
Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association, saluting Earth Day on April 22nd with an ongoing commitment to help offset carbon emissions with sustainable harvesting of Missouri forests. Details at choosewood.com.